rope climbing rats. It's crazy!
Hello there and welcome once again to Animal Crazy.
This is the show that takes you into the crazy world of animals.
OK, we've got a question for you. What is as strong as this?
As stretchy, wait for it, as this. Boing.
And, come here, as fine as one of these.
Ow, Neil. Right then, you've asked for it.
What?
And as sticky as this.
Oh. We are talking silk, spider's silk.
It's as strong as steel, as stretchy as elastic, as fine as hair, and as sticky as sticky tape. And it's the stuff that webs are made of.
Just ordinary spider's webs, you know, that you get in your house or your shed or out there in your garden. In fact, it's amazing stuff. It's so strong that Queen Victoria once had a pair of these made out of spider's silk. Stockings.
Mind boggles. It also has medicinal properties. If you get a cut, it'll stop the bleeding and help heal the wound.
Now, the silk is actually made inside the spider's body in special silk glands, and these are connected via tubes to its spinnerets, which are positioned here near its bottom. And this is where the silk comes out of.
Now's the moment I've been waiting for.
Why, what are you going to do?
It's a bit like... Oh, sorry. Silly string. It starts off inside the spider as a liquid, then when it comes out and makes contact with the air, it gets harder. The only difference is that spider silk comes out in a much thinner thread. In fact, just a spoonful of its liquid could make, wait for it, 1 million webs. Just from that spoonful there.
1 million webs in there. Put that string down, you're dangerous. Let me just put this over here. Don't want to... Oop! Just spilt 1,000 of them.
Careful.
There they are. Now, oh, there they go. Now, the spider pulls the silk out of its spinneret with its claws. And what it does is it attaches one end of the thread to a fixed point, say, a wall or a twig. And then it spins a sort of rough loop between, say, 2 twigs, and it pulls the loop taut with a vertical thread like this. And that Y shape, that'll be the middle of its web. And then it goes about making the basic web structure like that around the Y, just using non-sticky thread. So at this point, it's non-sticky. And when it's done that, it does this. He adds a loose spiral to strengthen the structure of the web.
Wow, look at him go.
Then finally, he spins the sticky spirals, which are spun from the outside of the web in towards the middle. Now imagine I'm a spider. So here's my web, and these straight bits radiating from the centre are the non-sticky bits that the spider can actually walk on. And the round bits are the bits that he puts on afterwards, and they're the sticky bits. So, OK, I'm the spider, and that's my last bit of thread in place. And do you know what? I'm feeling rather hungry. So all I have to do is sit and wait to feel the vibration of a fly or a bug or some other poor, unsuspecting victim to land in me sticky webs. Jenny!
What, Neil?
Will you play a poor, unsuspecting victim for me?
Oh, do I have to?
I'm afraid you do, Jen. Right, come on then, you're the fly. Now start flying.
Oh, buzz, buzz.
Bit of energy, please, fly.
Unsuspecting victim, buzz, buzz.
That's it. Stop there. Now you're stuck in me sticky web now, aren't you?
Yes, Neil.
Dinner time. Time for the spider wrap. So there it is, all wrapped up, a packed lunch. And did you know that a spider can wrap its prey in silk thread, making a cocoon that's got 4,000 metres of thread in it? So, next time you're going to dust away a spider's web with your feather duster, just think what you're destroying. Dust carefully. OK, how good are you at spotting animal signs and tracks? Well, we've got a little bit of a game for you. We've got a mystery animal. Not going to tell you what it is just yet, but see if you can work it out and guess what it is from the clues that it's left behind.
Clue number 1, as to the identity of our mystery guest, are its footprints, which are very distinctive. They're quite small footprints, very petite. They go in a straight line, as opposed to the footprints of an ordinary dog, which are much fatter and scattered all over the place.
OK, that's the footprint. Another clue over here is the open bin. And look at all this. All the rubbish and the scraps have been pulled out, and there's even some bits of meat down there that have been nibbled on and chewed. So obviously our mystery animal is a carnivore.
Could it be a cat?
No, 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 no. It's not a cat, because its footprints are far too big. And here's another clue over here. Our creature has very distinctive poo. Look at that. It's pointed at the end and it's very dark. So that's very different from dog poo. And now I'm not going to go too near it, but sometimes you can spot bits of feathers or bits of bones in there, depending what our mystery animal has been eating.
OK, any ideas yet? Right, one more clue over here.
Don't stand on that.
Nope. This is the kind of place where our guest might live.
Yeah.
And outside there are all sorts of giveaways. Bits of rubbish scattered about, a few bits of bone, and also some clumps of fur.
So, OK, if you spot all these clues and put all the information together, you may find that in your neighbourhood or even in your garden, you may have a fox.
Oh,
and here she is. Look at that. Isn't she fantastic?
She's
now, this
beautiful.
is an adult fox. Hello there. And she really is quite beautiful, aren't you? But look at this. Over here...
Ta-da.
Dun, 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 dun.
We've got some fox cubs and I can't wait to see them.
Look at that.
Hello.
I just reach over there,
now
Jen.
that one's 4 weeks old.
Oh, brilliant. Look
And
at
the
this.
2 little beauties here are 2 weeks old, but they are fast asleep. Look.
Listen to the little squeaks.
Now, I know it's hard to believe, but foxes are wild animals. It is best to keep your distance. But our little fox cubs here have been rescued and are being looked after by Hyde Star Wildlife Hospital.
Now, obviously, these are quite tame, and so they're active during the day. But your best chance of seeing a fox in the wild is at night, when they actually go about their business. Now, you know, foxes, as you can hear there, make quite a range of noises. So it's best to listen out for the noise that the fox is making. And they can give off some very loud screeches or screams, which, when you're listening for them at night, can sound quite spooky, actually.
Oh, I can't leave her alone. But if we come over to the adult here, we'll have a look at her huge bushy tail. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, it's actually called a brush, and it serves 3 purposes. One's for signalling, the other one for balancing when she's running, and, of course, it's there to keep her warm, because she can wrap herself up in that big, warm, bushy tail.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah.
In fact, she's so good, I'm giving her a few little snacks here. Jenny's favourite.
Yeah,
Chocolate
that's all right,
muffins
though.
there.
I
They're
don't
lovely,
mind
those,
giving
aren't they?
them to her.
So there you go, they're the foxes. They're fantastic creatures. But do us a favour, don't disturb them, because even though they are beautiful, they are wild creatures. So leave them alone. Just enjoy them from a distance and listen out for them. Here you go, lunch.
Now, believe it or not, I got up at 5:30 this morning to get myself all the way down to Cornwall, because Neil's told me of this incredible place called the Gweek Seal Sanctuary, and apparently something very special is going to happen here tomorrow. But before all that, I've got to meet one of the men in charge. That's Tony Woodley. Let's go. Ah, you must be Tony.
Certainly am.
Pleased to meet you.
Yes,
Oh, I won't
welcome.
shake hands.
No, no.
Have I caught you at an inconvenient moment?
Well, not really, no. I want to feed some of our seals here.
They
You
sound
can-
hungry as well, don't they? So can I help you out?
You can.
Here we go. I think they're hungry. Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Is there a way of doing this?
Well, just throw them. We try and make sure they all get them equally.
Right. So why are there needs for sanctuaries like this one?
Well, grey seal pups are born around the coast, and they can get into a lot of different problems, such as malnutrition and also pneumonia as well. And they need to be rescued, got back to health, and then released back to the wild.
Right. Okay.
And that's why we're here. We're actually going to be releasing 2 pups tomorrow morning.
Who are they then?
They're going to be called Ling and Gilt.
So what time should I meet you?
Well, it's a nice bright and early time. We need to be here at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh no, not another early morning. I know. OK.
Me and Gilt are in here.
Right, OK.
And they're both down here at the moment.
Right. So what's the procedure with them now?
OK, what we'll do now is we'll drain the pool out, we'll weigh them, move them into the trailer, and then take them down to the beach to release.
Go on. Oh, it's quite sad, really.
It's where they should be.
Well, if that isn't worth getting up for, I don't know what is. I'm going to prove to Neil how nice and clever our next guests really are. The only trouble is...
Oh,
he doesn't really like them.
Oh, Jen, there's rats everywhere. It's it's horrible, this.
They're not disgusting and they're not horrible. In fact, they're smarter and cleaner than you think.
Go away. All right, you prove it.
Right, if I do prove it, you know, that they are smarter and cleaner than you think...
Yeah.
Will you get in the pen with them?
No chance.
Chicken.
Hey?
Chicken.
You calling a chick? Oh, all right, I'll tell you what. I'll play you a little game. Yeah, fine, fair enough.
OK, well, we'll start off with how clean they really are. You see, rats may live in dirty places, but they spend an awful lot of time grooming and washing themselves. I mean, look at their shiny coats. There's no way they can be dirty with glossy coats like that.
All right, yeah, they look glossy, they look nice and clean, but no, I'm still not convinced. No.
All right, what about their amazing razor-sharp front teeth, which, unlike ours, never stop growing?
Yeah, and what about the damage they do with those teeth, eh? Do you know, they can chew through the cables and the pipes in our homes, and once they even put the lights out at London Airport doing the very same thing.
I know, they're really clever, aren't they?
Oh, go away.
Hey, and can you believe this? A pair of rats can produce 600 babies in a year.
Ugh.
And how many rats are there in Great Britain?
Oh, I really don't want to know.
Over 40 million!
Oh, great, that's all I need. 40 million rats nibbling at me toenails.
Yeah, but you see, it's all down to the fact they're great travellers, and now they're all over the world. And this is down to one of their greatest skills, which I'm about to demonstrate, hopefully.
There we go.
Don't let me down.
OK, prove your point, go on.
Prove it to Neil that you're really good at running along the
You
roads.
really think these guys are clever?
Oh, yeah.
Look at him just standing there. That's not...
A bit of encouragement. Go on.
Oh, don't believe... Oh, that's
See?
brilliant.
And that's exactly what they did. They travelled along ropes like this on ships, and so they travelled from ship to ship, and the ships went from country to country. They also were clever enough to hide in packaging and crates, and so they conquered the world.
That's absolutely fantastic, but I've got one word to say to you, Jen. The plague.
That's two.
Yeah, well, that's not the point, is it? All that hopping on and off ships spread the plague across Europe. In fact, it wiped out 1/3 of the population in England. Your little pals here were responsible for the Black Death.
Nice try, Neil, but not quite accurate. You see, the Black Death was caused by the fleas that travelled on the rats, not the rats themselves. And did you know they have a brilliant sense of smell?
Yeah, I knew that, but their eyesight's not so good, is it?
Well, it doesn't have to be. They're mainly nocturnal. But they use their keen sense of smell and the sense of touch to feel their way around with their whiskers and very sensitive hairs in their fur. And I've got one word to say to you, Mr. Buchanan.
Go on, then.
Kinesthesis.
What's that?
A sixth sense. It's very special to the rat. It's like a muscle memory. Now, this special memory means that they can remember where they've been and how they've got there from actual bodily contact. And that's why rats are supposed to be so clever and they can find their way around mazes and stuff.
Sounds too good to be true to me.
Oh, well, wait, because Bob's going to help me out here. Hello, Bob. Here we go.
Who's Bob?
This is Bob.
Bob's the rat?
Yeah, and he's going to prove to you that they're really clever, because I bet he can find his way around this maze here.
You're mad.
I'm rooting for you, Bob. Do it, Bob.
Go on, then. In he goes. In you go.
Oh, please,
Bob. There you go. In you go, Bob.
Don't forget what you got to do if I'm right.
OK, it's a deal. Okay. If he does it, I go in with the rats. If he doesn't, you go in with the rats.
And he's off. Go on, Bob, you can do it now. Hang a left. That's it. Good.
Oh, he stopped. He
Straight
stopped.
Up. No, right.
Yeah, this is a trick rat, isn't it?
Go on, Bob. Please, Bob.
Believe it.
Look at that. See? Go on, Bob, you can do it.
What's he doing?
Look, he makes it look so easy.
That's incredible. Look
Just down there, up down there. Fantastic! Yes! I love you, Bob. I love you. I can't wait for the next bit.
What's the
Neil,
next bit?
Your forfeit.
What?
In the pen with the rats, please. I love it.
Rats.
Did you know that in 6 years my fleece can provide 350 balls of wool? That's about 23 jumpers.
It's crazy!
It's crazy that birds can fly and we can't.
Hold on, Neil, hold on.
What?
Birds are built to fly and we're not.
Yeah, but we're not far off, you know. I mean, Jen, would you like to just walk this way and allow me to show you this fantastic skeleton of a bird of prey? And I want to compare their wings with our arms. Now, watch this. The bird's wing has actually got this bone here, which corresponds with our upper arm bone. The bird's then got these bones here, which correspond with our lower arm bones. And then the bird has got this bone here, which corresponds with our wrist bones. And some birds have even got a finger or a thumb.
Not too convinced, not yet. And there's one other problem.
Go on, what?
You're overweight. Right, well, if you come over here, you'd just like to get on the scales, Mr. Buchanan.
Oh, do I have to get on the scales?
Yes.
OK.
OK.
go
Now,
on.
you're about 12 stone.
Yeah,
We have a fine example of a bird here, our call duck, Esmeralda. There you go, Izzy. Is she lovely? Now, if
Fantastic.
you just put her on the scales there, you'll notice that, well, she's about 37 times lighter than you, so there's a big difference
Oh,
already.
yeah, but come on, hang on a sec. She's got an advantage in that her bones are hollow and honeycombed, which make them lighter and better for flying.
But there's another thing that she's got that you haven't.
What?
Well, if I just pick her up here, you'll notice she's covered in feathers. And all-important feathers on... Oh, now this doesn't hurt her, by the way, on her wing. And these are very important when it comes to flying, so you've got no chance. You see, the feathers, even though they're strong, they're light and flexible. And they also cover a much wider surface area compared to our arms. And that's all important for flight. And they're designed to overlap. Woo, there she goes. Are you happy there? Yeah, of course she is. And that means that the air can run smoothly over the wing. And also, the outermost feathers, I'll just show you, can actually open and close, and that means that she can steer herself during flight.
They're absolutely beautiful, those feathers, when you stretch them out like that, aren't
Yeah.
they?
What are you doing, Neil?
I'm trying to develop my breast muscles.
Why?
Well, you see, some birds make swimming motions with their wings through the air, and they're powered by their incredible breast muscles. And if you take a close look at the duck, this very deep breast that she's got is, in fact, her powerhouse.
Well, that's another problem that you've got, really, isn't it? Because you're not exactly laden with muscles on the chest front, are you? And I bet you couldn't keep up with this. This is a hummingbird, and this fella can beat his wings up to 80 times per second.
Cool.
And they can also hover on the spot to feed on nectar from flowers, and can even fly backwards.
Ah, yes, but not all birds go to that effort. Some birds spend most of their time not flapping, but soaring. Take the mighty albatross. Now, this incredible bird has wings designed to help it glide smoothly. See? Look at him go. So you see, Jen, different types of wings, different types of flight.
But we haven't got any wings, so we can't fly. Get it?
We'll see about that.
So it's proven. We haven't got any wings, we're too heavy, and we're just not strong enough. And that's why we can't fly.
You speak for yourself, Jen. I'm having a great time up here. Oh, you can see for miles. Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
I know what he's up to.
Hey! Whoa!
Special effects. Special effects machine.
Hey!
It's crazy how birds can fly and we can't.
What?
Bird brain. See you next time. What do you think you're doing, Neil? You're on a shopping trolley, painted blue.
Well, that's just about that for today. However, don't miss 1 second of tomorrow's action. The Hurricanes face their arch-enemies, the Gorgons, in the sporting arena of an ancient city. And after that, there's more sport in the comfort of Neil Buchanan's home in Finders Keepers. Plus, we've got Rubbish, good old king of the jumble, and Twinkle, the dream being. See you tomorrow.
Mary Nightingale's in the chair for this afternoon's After 5, coming up next.
Life's a beach, so come and join the party. Every evening at 6 on Carlton, home and away. Far and away the best. No worries.
Sunrise cereal milk. The final clue is Nesquik cereal.
Now we can't have breakfast.
No, wait.
There it is!
Ah!
Nesquik cereal.
Delicious Nesquik chocolate taste. From the first bite to the last drop.
It's got to be Nesquik cereal.
It's delicious.
Muller rice, cool, light dairy rice with a delicious serving of fruit. Eat a Muller rice and give hunger the heave-ho. From Muller, who else?
Daisy Lee Jones, Ermintrude, Total Reform, Elation. The cows are back, and this time they're really rather miffed.
They've improved. I can't believe it's not butter with even more buttermilk.
So it tastes even more butter-like.
And if consumers don't agree,
they get their money back.
Money back, shmoney back. Let's go to work.
So are you going to taste how much better it is while stocks last?
The life and loves of Onassis, the richest man in the world. Ruthless in business, lost in love. Haunted by 2 determined women with only one possible outcome. Onassis, the richest man in the world. Tuesday concluding Wednesday at 10:30 on Carlton.
Now on Carlton at 5:10, it's After 5.
Hello, I'm Mary Nightingale. Welcome to After 5.